Hello, welcome slashers, now I'm Crypt here and welcome back to my channel. Now for today's video, I will be ranking all of the movies in the Child's Play franchise. Now if you guys have seen my Child's Play reviews, Child's Play 1 through Cult-Chucky, you guys know that I gave each film their own rankings. And I don't think I got too into depth on why certain films were placed at certain numbers. So for this video, I'll be giving every ranking to all the Child's Play movies, as well as an explanation on why it's placed on that number, from worst to best. Let's do this. At number 7, which is the worst in the franchise, is Seed of Chucky. Now, this is controversial and overrated. Yeah, a lot of people do not like Seed of Chucky, and I agree with everyone. I also agree on why some people like it, but personally, I don't like it very much, and the reason why is because, you see, not a lot of the jokes in this really stuck. It was all repetitive and watered down jokes, and I did not like the route that Don Mancini was taking in the series at the time. Like, he wasn't even taking his own character seriously, and I just wasn't a huge fan of it. I didn't like it very much, and like I said, I understand why some people like it, but personally I think it's the worst. Sure, the kills are great. We got Jennifer Tilly playing two different roles, Tiffany and herself. There's Redman, and I really like the way the film opened. Not that, not the cum. I'm not talking about the cum. But I'm talking about the Halloween homage. I really liked that beginning Halloween homage. I thought that was pretty cool. And, there's a little bit of Psycho in that intro as well. I thought that was cool. The whole thing with Chucky masturbating the Fangoria? No. Just no. At number 6, which is the second worst in the franchise, is Child's Play 3. Now, I have some gripes about this one. For starters, it was rushed beyond belief. 9 months after Child's Play 2, that is way too soon. That kind of rhymed, but that's besides the point. If you watch and pay close attention, you will see filming errors. There are a lot of not well shot scenes in this movie. Yeah, I kind of like the setting, but the acting and the story weren't all that great. Plus, the kills in this movie are the worst kills. The only kill that I really liked in this movie was when the barber got his throat slashed. That's the best kill in the movie, but other than that, there's no other highlights, whereas in other movies in the franchise, I've had multiple favorites, but this one, kills just aren't that good in this one. But the ending was pretty great. I liked where they ended up at the amusement park. I thought it was really cool the way they did that, as well as Chucky getting cut by the fan. I thought that was a really cool way to kill him off in this movie. Number 5 is Bride of Chucky. This is actually my first Chucky movie. This is the first one I've ever seen, and I actually kind of like it. I didn't like the comedy route they're going with this one. I didn't really care for that, but I did like how this movie went they showed both perspectives. They showed the perspectives of Chucky and Tiffany, as well as Jesse and Jade. I thought that was really cool. I did like that, as well as the kills, because the kills are important in these kind of movies. I thought the kills in this movie were pretty good, and this one particularly had a really gothic feel because of the stitched up Chucky, which I thought that was okay. I'm not the hugest fan of the stitched up Chucky. I prefer the stitchless Chucky, like the regular looking Chucky, but I think that the stitched face Chucky actually looks better in the other movies, but he looks okay in this. He looks kind of scary like that. Adults having sex and giving birth the next day is a little much for me, so yeah, let's just move on to the next movie. Number 4 is Curse of Chucky. Now, what I really liked about this one is they had flashbacks showing a little bit of what Chucky was up to before he got put in the doll. I thought that was a really nice touch. I thought the story was great. Had a really nice story. And I really liked that Andy cameo in the end credit scenes. I thought that was perfect the way they did that. Just amazing. The cinematography in this movie was pretty great. Pretty nice. I like the animatronic work in this. But one thing that I have a gripe about is the CGI. Now, the CGI is horrendous. It is bad. It just doesn't look very good. Horrible CGI. I've seen worse though. It's not the worst CGI I've seen. I've seen way worse, but it just wasn't that good that they tried to use CGI for Chucky, because you should just use animatronics for Chucky because he looks the best that way. This is the best acted Chucky movie in the franchise, right next to Cult-Chucky. The kills were great. Brad Dourif returning against the voice of Chucky was amazing. Dourif, the daughter of Brad Dourif, was amazing as Nika. And overall, this was a perfect return to the horror roots that us fans really needed. I know some people really don't like this movie, and a lot of it has to do with the crappy CGI, but for me, I'm not letting that blind me from this movie, because this movie, other than the CGI, is pretty great. I like it. Now we're at the top 3. Number 3 is Cult-Chucky. Now, this movie, I thought it was great. I really enjoyed this one. I felt like it lived up to the hype. Some people don't like it. That's them. But there are some plot holes that may bother hardcore fans, and they kind of bother me. But I tried to really look past them and kind of enjoy the other parts of the movie, because I thought the kills were great. The cinematography, again, spot on. Really good cinematography. And I just really liked some of the characters. I thought the characters were great. The acting was pretty good. I thought a lot of things were really good with this film, especially the kills. There are some really good kills in this movie. Really great kills. This film actually kind of did something different. The previous Chucky films usually ended off with Chucky dying in some way or another. But this film kind of did a switcheroo. They did something a little bit different with this one, and it kind of opened a lot of possibilities, and I really like it. This film had a cliffhanger ending, and I usually hate those, but the way this film did it, I actually kind of like, and it gets me excited for future installments, and also that Chucky series that Don Mancini is planning. And one more thing before I go on to number 2. The multiple Chuckies. It finally happened. And I know a lot of people are kind of, they have their own gripes about what they didn't like about this whole thing, how Chucky found the chant that brings these other dolls to life. Some people think that they could have brought it about better. One person brought up that they should have made to where he possessed actual people, but I wanted to see Chucky. I want to see multiple Chuckies run around. But here's a thought before I go on to number 2. How would Chucky possess these other people? How would he manage to actually do the chant on them and possess them? I mean, he'd have to knock them out or wait until they're sleeping or something. I don't know, it'd be a little bit hard if you ask me. Number 2, the second best in the franchise, is Child's Play, the first one. This film had a dark tone to it, it was dark, it was gritty, it was kind of creepy, and especially seeing Chucky come to life for the first time, seeing where he began. The story was pretty good, the kills were pretty decent, the way it was filmed, It was filmed really well, like in a sense that it was kind of scary the way it was filmed. A lot of good moments in this film, a lot, and especially that part where he got burned alive, and he came back and he's all like burned up and stuff. That part's creepy. That part is really creepy. Just overall, great film, one of the best in the franchise. I really love it. Number 1. The best in the franchise is, no surprise, Child's Play 2. Now this is an example of how to do a sequel. This film did some of what the other film did, but more, added more to it. The story was great, you know, seeing Andy going to a foster family, meeting Kyle, which, you know, she became like a really like fan favorite character. Every Child's Play fan loves Kyle. Chucky cracks more one-liners in this, and like I said, that's one of my favorite things about Chucky is his one-liners. I like to hear him crack one-liners as he murders people, kind of like Freddy Krueger. That's what I like about him. It's just very entertaining to see that in slashers, and Chucky totally has it, especially in this film. There's memorable kills like that eyeball one where the fake eyes get inserted into that guy's real eyes. And then there's one of the most memorable moments out of the franchise period, Miss Kettlewell's death. That's just, it's amazing. It's perfect, and it's creepy. It is creepy along with the music. One of my favorite things about these movies are the soundtracks, because all the soundtracks are different and they're composed in a way that really well fits the film, and they're all unique from one another. And in an upcoming video, I want to rank the soundtracks, you know, the scores, because I just love all the scores in these movies. It's all so great. I wanted to give you guys this ranking video though, because I never actually gave this topic a separate video, but I thought it deserved one. Like, I thought it was nice if I would give an explanation on why I feel like each film has these different number rankings. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe, join Scissors Positive Family, and become a slasher, and share, as sharing really helps the channel. Especially share this video, you know, I really appreciate all the support. I want to do more Chucky related videos. I like to do other videos as well, but I also want to give you guys Chucky videos as well to kind of balance that content, you know. But I'm out of here, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace.